Интернет подключили. Hello guys, greetings from Kharkov, Ukraine. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. And as you can see, I have beautiful Olesya Balichenko today with me. Olesya is a professional psychologist at Diolli.com, and she also runs a blog for ladies in Russian language. And we have promised to do more live videos to answer your questions. And today I have pre-selected 1, 2, 3, it's like about 10 questions from YouTube that I would like to cover together with Olesya. Olesya hasn't seen the list, so it will be all live, so nothing was pre-recorded and nobody got prepared. So Olesya, this was the video you have asked me to make about the air conditioners.
Yes.
So the question is, if the couple can learn to compromise about something simple as room temperature, how can they possibly make it in a marriage?
Well, actually, it's not about the room temperature. Actually, it's about to find the compromise. It's about to hear your best half, and it's about to the person can express what he wants. Not all people can do that, actually, and because of this, there are some conflicts and quarrels in the couples. So
I can add that so many people, they are so used to live alone, especially with the guys. They get so used that he lives alone, and it's all about making him feel comfortable.
Yes.
So when there is a lady in the picture, many guys, they kind of get lost at the very beginning what to do. On the one hand, he is so used to a certain temperature, for example. On the other hand, he wants her to feel comfortable.
It can be not about just air conditioners. It can be about some everyday stuff, about some cups or some other things. So it was just about air conditioners in our case.
When you understand that it is not about you anymore only, so you have to take in consideration the opinion and desires of the other person. So the next comment that I would like you to cover, also it was addressed to the air conditioning video. Well, I understand the point of view, but the reverse can be said about the ladies. Do they not care that their partners are not comfortable? The man can't sleep because he is too hot and sweating. The ideal situation is to turn the air conditioner to a reasonable degree. A man's body runs at a higher base temperature than a woman's body. This is why women feel colder in a temperature that a man might still be wearing a t-shirt in. Perhaps buy another blanket for her side of the bed as well.
Maybe, but I can say, that our body is a very, how to say this, a very important body in a couple, because lady will
bear your kids.
Yes, it's not about only her body, but it's also about your future children. And thinking about her, you take care also about your future kids. So you should think about this also. And about blanket, yes, it's a very good idea, for example, but why man doesn't do this?
The next question. Hi, Svetlana and team. I have a question. You've talked quite a lot about sex and relationship with Ukrainian women. It's quite clear we men have strong desire. It's written so, desires, and sexually make this first move on the women. What about some rare cases where the man happens to be old-fashioned and wants to save himself till marriage to a special woman? How would the Ukrainian woman respond to this? Would they be flattered, offended? I'm curious to hear your opinion. Thanks in advice. Olesya was laughing because not so long ago we have been discussing this topic, the attitude of ladies toward virgins. So, Olesya, what is your mind about this?
I'm not sure that it's supposed to say this on camera. Okay, guys, let's talk about sex. Why not? Of course, women and men, we have a different sexual desire, and we talked about this very not once.
Why ladies are afraid of virgins?
Uh, when we talk about sex, when we talk about sex between a man and woman, all women, they expect men to be a leader in sex. Usually, we are not talking about some special cases, but usually we expect that man, he will be the leader in our sexual life, in this sexual act. And when he doesn't know what to do with this lady, he just see her naked and he just
He explodes with
what to do with
desire.
her, how to touch
Literally.
her. So it's a shock not only for him but also for us, because we want um, to be sure that our body will be in very good hands. I don't know how to explain this. So if you are, for example, 40 years old and you are a virgin, it can be a problem for a lady, because usually ladies in this age, they don't want to teach you what to do with their bodies. And usually it's not about Ukraine or not Ukraine. If you are 30 years old, usually for ladies, you are not a virgin. So and if she is not a virgin and he is a virgin, it's not very common situation for
Unless
people.
this is a really religious community, their rules
In
would be
this
different.
case, yes, but if she is a virgin and you are a virgin and you both don't know what to do and you both learned bodies and reactions
Explore
and
it together.
yeah, so it can be fun, it can be for you, it can work. But if I know what to do and you don't know what to do, so it can be a problem, and for me and for you also.
I have seen a situation when a gentleman, he was from a religious community, and he was actually getting acquainted with ladies at Milo the Bride's dating sites. I was working there as an interpreter at that time, and he was choosing ladies. They were not quite virginal when you look at the pictures, to put it mildly. So the best
He
photos,
needed a teacher.
the best photos were like she had a dress, and the majority of photos she was wearing lingerie, or she was trying to cover her with hands. The photos were, let's call it artistic. I don't know. I don't think these are like proper pictures for a dating profile. Anyway, so that gentleman soared, and he claimed during the dates that these ladies would be like perfect mothers, and they are like he could see that they are like super intelligent and family oriented. Though I doubt it that a family oriented girl will post a picture without panties on a dating site for the world to see. Somebody is calling, so I have to stop. Sorry. Anyway, when the gentleman has traveled over, one of those ladies, she really liked the fact that he was a virgin when he told her that. And I could see it like literally on the first date, that there was like a little lamp that has started to like blame, 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 and she has popped his cherry after 5 dates, and after that she said that she didn't feel any chemistry. To be honest, I was like really shocked with that. But again, nice story. It happened like 12 years ago. Anyway, let's move on. Next question. Do you think your client are pretty much on a whole delusional on their looks match? Like they are a 4 but want a 9? Because that's just nuts.
We don't have in Ukraine this 4 or 9.
It's about our clients.
I understand.
I would say that like 80-85% of our clients end up in relationship, getting engaged and getting married. But there is always like each year is different. This 15 or 20%, and usually with this 15 and 20% who do not get married, the majority of them have this same problem. We introduce them to a nice lady, and in the majority of cases, I can't call people like 4, but let's say an average looking gentleman let's say in his late 40s, who are usually back home dates ladies in their late 40s as well, and they are not like hot late 40s. So we introduce him to a lady early 40s, maybe even late 40s, who is way out of his league. So for sure, if he will appear somewhere with her in the United States, guys would be envious. So we introduced him, and after several dates, especially if there were like several dates with several women, this gentleman said that, okay, if I can get a girl like that, for sure I can raise the bar. So now I don't want to date somebody in early 40s. Introduce me to a girl who's under 35, or I want her to be blonde. And it's like in the tale about the goldfish and the seaman, when you have to be careful with your desires, and when you get gold you have to appreciate it, otherwise you risk ending up empty handed. So I have seen it with guys, but it's not about being a 4 or being a 5. It's about after succeeding with what you wanted, yes, starting to think that, okay, now I can raise the bar. uh, Now I can try to score higher, whatever you want to call it. So I would say that this is the majority of problem, the main problem. Okay, Alessia, how Ukrainian ladies think about Chinese? That's the quote. So what do Ukrainian ladies think about Chinese gentlemen?
uh,
They don't think about them. I will help
Yes.
Alessia out. So usually that's
I can say that really, if to be honest, not all ladies, not all Ukrainian ladies are open for Chinese culture.
usually they don't think about it. So if we
So-
have a Chinese client, we have to prepare a
Yes.
lady.
So usually, when we are thinking about some marriage abroad, we think about Europe or United States. It's not about Chinese. I'm from China, so it's about that. Some
Ni hao.
ladies are open, but it's not just like, hey, I want to find some guy in other country and I want him to be Chinese. It's not like that.
No, I have heard ladies who enter our office and tell that, oh, I would like to date somebody French or Italian. When you ask her why, she said that, oh, like French guys are so romantic or Italian guys are so romantic. And usually it's like a cliche that ladies have. Like regarding China, many girls are afraid that they will have to learn Chinese, and they know that it's not the easiest language to learn. So very few ladies would be open. So
Yes.
we work with Chinese clients, and we had a beautiful couple that we have introduced last year. They got married. The gentleman is from China, and the lady is actually learning right now both Chinese and Japanese. But that was not easy.
18 and
How to find a Ukrainian girlfriend? I am from China. You can travel over, you can try international dating sites, you can try local dating sites, you can try matchmaking service. Matchmaking service will definitely save you lots of time, effort, and prevent you from lots of heartbreak. Are 18, 23 years old girls serious about marriage? We have made a video about that. The average age when ladies do get married in Ukraine is 26. You come
when
to China.
she's 19, she's not thinking about marriage. She's thinking about her
College,
university
university,
degree, yes,
friends.
and some career maybe even, but not about marriage. That's for sure.
我非常喜欢中国文化。Shanghai. Shanghai 非常有意思。
Yeah, I want to understand something.
非常有意思 Yeah. Shanghai 菜非常好吃。
I will speak Ukrainian.
No, I said that food in Shanghai is really tasty.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, the next question that I would like to give Alessia.
Big question.
As a man of 60 years, I'm surprised how many Ukrainian ladies from 19 upwards want to have a relationship leading to marriage. I think it is about time Ukrainians were honest. As one lady lawyer in Ukraine said to me, you cannot survive in Ukraine if you are not a criminal.
What?
This from a lawyer. Thank the Lord for some honesty in Ukraine. Oh, did I forget to mention that every taxi journey across Kharkov was 400 hryvnias? Every restaurant involved a takeaway bag when leaving. You cannot trust anyone in Ukraine.
What? Um, okay, a lot of things
A
to
guy who is
discuss.
60 is chasing girls who are like 19.
Why?
Like,
Why? I
that's-
mean, I'm 31 years old, and I don't want to date a man in his 60s.
It's like a granddaughter.
Yes. So
Not
why?
even a daughter.
Why do you choose it? I don't understand. She is serious about marriage. Yes, she's serious about marriage, but sometime, not in when she's 19. Maybe in 5 years or 6 years, yes, she will be very serious about her marriage, and she will find some guy who's not 60 years old
19.
for sure.
Like, I have never met a girl who is 19 and who wanted to date. I will cover that.
Mhm.
I just wanted to add regarding taxi. Like, we don't know what was the distance. Probably
Of course.
400 hryvnias is like $15, $17. Yes, it's possible.
If you
to pay
want
for
to
taxi.
visit from a city center to some спальный район.
Some district.
Yes, so it can be about 100 or even more expensive. So it's hard to say.
I don't know regarding like takeaway food. Maybe you have ordered too much. I don't know. Maybe that's a mission of this guy who is 60 to feed.
You cannot survive in Ukraine if you're not a criminal. I'm
That's
a criminal.
crazy. I think of this Britney Spears song like "Mama, I'm in love with a criminal."
I'm not a criminal. I'm still alive.
That's
How
so
it can
crazy,
be?
guys. And we pay taxes. You won't believe it. Like it was like a tax season. Okay, so girls who are 18, 23 joining marriage agencies, come girls. Guys, when you enter sites that are called like Natasha's Big Boobs Love blah 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 marriage, like doesn't the name seem suspicious to you? Or when you see like the catalog of ladies who are dressed only in bikini and in lingerie. These sites are created for entertainment, not for marriage. No, I know people who have actually met each other at paper letter dated sites and got married. I know people who got married on after using Tinder. I know a couple who has found each other on Facebook, but that's not common. So if you open the profile,
I can say that ladies they can join this site not for marriage but for relationship, for having some fun. Why not?
for
It's
photos.
for photos. It's a dating site. They met someone and they date with someone, not only marriage.
Some girls practice English, so they think that's a nice idea to talk to a native speaker. It is funny. I have received a message on Instagram like, "Hi, you are so beautiful. We would like to invite you to our dating agency, and we would like to offer you like a photo shoot. Like everything is for free." And I text them back like, "I'm married. Does it bother you?" And they're like, "No, you're like so hot and beautiful. Come over." And then I message her that I'm like 7 months pregnant. I was pregnant at that moment, and she's like, "Oh, then after you have a baby, you can come over." So I don't know why they call it like marriage dating.
Next question, please.
Okay. What is your name? Beautiful. I think he's addressing to the gentleman
This is
from
Svetlana.
China.
This is Svetlana. My name is Alesa, so we are both very beautiful. Some experts suggest honest guides to visit Ukraine and search for girls in nightclubs, bars.
I wouldn't do nightclubs, guys.
Really work. Well, let's say if you want to find a girl for just some dates
To
and
stay a night.
Yes, to spend a night. Yes, you can find a girl, of course, in a nightclub and bars. Why not? But if you are talking about some serious relationship,
like in all cities, people go out to nightclubs. No. Okay, Alessia. It was there was a comment to the video about in the video I said that international couples have beautiful babies.
Okay.
The comment: I disagree about the different races part. That is not a positive thing. That is terrible, especially when it comes to mixed race babies. I'm sure most of the people of your country would not appreciate such actions taken by a company. I asked him, are you against international marriages? Why? Then the answer: matchmaking service, Diolli matchmaking service, I'm okay with it if it helps promote the nation and the people. But I'm against interracial marriages because racial diversity is bad for social cohesion, and misgeneration is a form of genetic death for a race of people. In this case, it's bad for the white peoples of your country. There are some things more important than money and social advancement.
Okay, we are
Yeah.
talking not about money and social investment. We are talking about love. And if I fall in love, for example, with
With a
some
black man,
yes, or
with
with
an
some
Asian man.
yes, I don't know. It happens, life is very unpredictable. So for me, it will be more important to think that I am white and he is black, for example. I will think about our love and our relationship, and for sure, I will want to have a baby with this man. So I don't think that there are some problems. I can say that this comment it can be a comment by some person who had some problems in maybe his childhood or when he was in his teens in school, and maybe
I think
maybe
he was
some,
bullied.
yes, maybe it was something about that. So if you have some problems with your uh, life, let's say so, yes, with your communicative skills, so you should work on it, but don't think that all people will make some conclusions, not really.
Alicia, another comment. If you help me find a hot Ukrainian girl, you can fill in the form at our website Diolli.com. We will contact you and have an interview to find out more about you and the purpose, the goals of your search. And the next one: I'm an Indian. I'm 34 years old. I love Ukraine, and also learning Ukrainian language. Дуже добре. Do I have any chance to meet family-oriented girl?
Of course you
Yes.
have, of course you have. We have ladies who really are interested in Indian culture, so you can find it. Of course you can. You should try, for example, at least.
Okay, guys.
Bye, girls.
We hope that it was helpful to you. We can take one more question if there is one, and it would be the end
Yes,
for
ask
today.
ask us if you want to ask something.
By the way, do you like this format of live questions? If you like it, we will try to do it more often.
Some of the local girls for
Ukraine,
American and rich women guys,
but
but
not
not
Asians.
Asians.
If the girl is looking just for a country, or if she's just looking for
In
wealth,
money, it won't be really
don't
important.
don't choose such a girl. If
Yes.
she's looking just for wealth, it won't matter for her. But if the girl is looking for something more healthy in relationship, something healthier, I can't say that arranged marriages, when, for example, a really well-established guy chooses a girl who is like younger, really beautiful, and he chooses her because she is like younger and beautiful, like two reasons. So he literally wants like youth and looks, and the girl is choosing him because of all the things he can provide her, a certain lifestyle, etc. Such marriages are usually quite strong because both parties know exactly what they want. The problem occurs when the gentleman wants to date someone who will love him for who he is and not only for what he can provide, but he is choosing the type of ladies that are looking only for a materialistic side. So
I can say that I interview all our clients, female clients, and they never tell me that I want to find some American guy or European guy. I want to find a man that I will fall in love with.
I want to find someone cute.
Yes,
I want to find someone
it's
smart.
not about the country. It's not about his I don't know.
His passport.
Yes, it's about feelings. So it's not it's about other materials.
Yes, you can definitely visit our office. The address is at our website. You're welcome. We have tasty cappuccino in the office.
Visit our website. You will find a lot of information there about us and
Diolli.com.
our service, so all the questions.
Just as it's written at our necklaces. So yes, we will be happy to answer. So it's never about the country, it's always about the person. So
Okay.
I think it's it.
Yes.
I don't see any new questions.
Have a very good day.
Thank you for watching us. Bye.
Very good.